So everybody, it's KBR Sports, the best sports talk show, your 24-hour day, back from our break. Remember, you all follow and subscribe to KBR Sports Podcast, YouTube, iTunes, SoundCloud, and Rabble TV. That way you all will always receive notifications, especially if you subscribe to Spreaker and follow on Spreaker. That way you all would be notified whenever we're broadcasting live, because we broadcast live. But then if you also follow and subscribe on the other networks, you will be notified whenever our podcast gets posted onto one of those different websites. Also, don't forget, you can follow the KBR Sports Twitter page at KBR_sports, where we tweet the live links and show topics prior to every single show. Also, don't forget, you can call in at 571-991-0566, where you can debate, or you can give your take on whatever topic we may be discussing, such as Russell Westbrook and Kevin Durant supposedly being on speaking terms now, Ray Allen, and if the Celtics should get over him leaving from years ago, and one of our future topics, such as the topic we're about to discuss right now. Or if you want to give your answer to our comic book question, which I will go over again right at this moment. The question was, from earlier in the show, in the comic book series involving Spider-Man and Deadpool, spoiler alert, which of the two heroes died? Nigel, what is your answer? 50-50 chance.
Yes. Sorry, what was the question?
If in the comic book series, in the most recent comic book series going on right now, or that just ended between Spider-Man and Deadpool, who is the comic book character that died? Deadpool.
Sure.
You said it before I even said it. Okay. Nigel's answer is Deadpool. So everybody remember, you can give your answer by calling at 571-991-0566 to give your choice for who you think will be the comic book character that dies at the end of the comic, Spider-Man or Deadpool. The answer will be given at the end of tonight's show. Okay, jumping into our next topic. So obviously, ever since Tom Brady won his 5th ring, it's become general consensus for most people that Tom Brady is quarterback of all time. Well, there's others that would happen to disagree with that sentiment. Obviously, some will throw people in the hat, such as Joe Montana. Others will throw different kind of guys in there. But is Tom Brady truly the greatest quarterback, or is he just the quarterback with the most rings? Is the question that seems to be the one that really resonates. If from this perspective, Bill Russell in the NBA has 11 rings. He's not seen as the best player of NBA history. Tom Brady has the most rings as a quarterback. Seen the best quarterback in NFL history. And if you the quarterback is essentially the most important position on the field. So essentially, the quarterback would be the most important, be the best player on the field. So Tom Brady would be seen as best NFL player in NFL history. So Nigel, is Tom Brady truly the best quarterback? I mean, is he really the best quarterback or best player in NFL history, whichever one you want to categorize him as, or is he just the guy with the most rings?
Guy with the most rings. Nah, he's the best quarterback of all time. Because I mean, it's a mixture of things. Just like Jordan, he's not the best player. He's not the best player of all time because he's not the best with 6 rings, right? That's because he has great stats plus 6 rings. It's a combination of things.
Okay, so let me give it to you from this perspective. So why don't people see Peyton Manning as being the greatest quarterback of all time?
Did I just say it's a mixture of things?
Peyton
mixture
Manning
of rings and stats.
Well, Peyton Manning has more stats than Tom Brady. Like if you I'll give you right now both. Right now, as I said, Peyton Manning's retired. Tom Brady's played 16 seasons in NFL. Peyton Manning played 7. Peyton Manning's thrown for 71,940 passing yards. Tom Brady 61,582. Peyton Manning's thrown for 49 passing touchdowns. Tom Brady 456. Tom Brady has the higher pass rating at 97.2, and Peyton Manning 96.5. Tony Romo also has a higher passer rating than Peyton Manning for says thing.
Tony Romo?
Peyton Manning's thrown for 251 interceptions. Tom Brady 152. Tom Brady has 5,244 completions, while Peyton Manning has 6,125. Peyton Manning has 9,380 attempts. Tom Brady 8,224. This is probably the biggest stat that most people end their argument for Tom Brady on. His quarterback record is 183 and named an All-Pro 7 times, whereas Tom Brady's been named an All-Pro 2 times. So if we're looking at this as the best quarterback, that even though he has less rings, why isn't Peyton as that guy? You know, he has the more rings.
I think Tom what's the accuracy? I would say that Tom Brady's probably the more efficient quarterback. Probably. I don't think I'm wrong in saying that.
Well, he has the higher passer rating.
So yeah, it's a more efficient quarterback and has more rings.
But wouldn't you say that Tom Brady is also playing on better teams than Peyton?
Better team, sure, but I would say Peyton Manning had better offenses.
Would he though? Because if he's had worse running games, how's that considered a better offense? That's less pressure on Tom Brady than Peyton Manning.
Better receivers.
If you take the top receiver on both players, Tom Brady had the better receiver. You don't think Randy Moss is a better receiver than Marvin?
Come on, you say Randy Moss like Randy Moss in his prime.
What?
He didn't have Randy Moss. How old was Randy Moss when he joined the Patriots? Where was Randy Moss at before he joined the Patriots?
The Raiders.
Wallowing away in the Raiders.
But when Randy Moss joined they broke the touchdown record.
Yeah, broke the touchdown.
He was still Randy Moss.
He was not. He had one great year, and then he had another good year, and that was it.
Nigel, he was still Randy Moss.
He was not still Randy Moss.
Yes, he was.
He was not.
He was one of the best receiving threats. It was at that time. It was a debate between him and Terrell Owens, who was the best receiver in the NFL
for 1 year. Peyton Manning had Marvin Harrison from the year he came out of the league. He had Marvin Harrison, and then he got Reggie Wayne on top of that. Come on, you really gonna tell? Yeah, but if you say his number one receiver was as good as Marvin Harrison, absolutely. But then you say, okay, so you just eliminate everything else?
No, but then you're also acting like guys like I'm not that Reggie Wayne. I'm not trying to.
But you're about to.
No, I'm not. Actually, no, I'm not gonna downplay Reggie Wayne. But I'm saying we're downplaying Patriots receivers.
No, we're not.
Julian Edelman is not chump change.
He's
a really good receiver.
I didn't say that. No, did I?
But you're saying Peyton Manning had better offense. Yeah, but Tom Brady, Peyton Manning didn't have a running game. Halftime championships are built off of the back of a running game.
We're talking about better offenses. And if you looked it up, I would be interested to look at it. Because I've been talking, so I'll let you talk.
Here's the thing. Because of the fact that I think Tom Brady's played with better defenses routinely.
That's why I said better teams.
He's had better offenses and defense. Or no, he's had better defenses, I definitely would say.
Agree with you on that.
Because he's had Bill Belichick all throughout his career. Yes. Not that should be an impediment, but it's a state of fact that he's had a key defense on his side each year of career. Then Peyton Manning, essentially, he's the one that's been the play caller on his offenses, whereas Tom Brady's had different guys, hasn't really had to go array of guys. So I think Peyton Manning, he doesn't get the credit for how well he played, because let's say Peyton Manning has 4 rings, right? Not even 5.
But he doesn't.
He has 4. But even in the case of people wanting to say that LeBron James is better, LeBron is in the case of Mike Jordan or whatever. If LeBron wins one more ring, people will see him as better than Mike Jordan, or people already see LeBron as better than Magic or some other guys. Okay. But people say that Michael, because if he wins one more ring, so that'll be 6 to his 4, or to his 4. I'm still in scoring stats and scoring efficiency and all that stuff.
That's just one thing, though. I mean, LeBron be considered a better passer. LeBron be considered a better rebounder. And he's not a better defender than Jordan.
Yeah, he's not a better defender than Jordan. And but the difference in Jordan was, and it's not like Jordan was a bad rebounder either. He averaged 6 rebounds a game to LeBron's 7. He averaged 5 assists to LeBron. I will give you that he was a better passer, but Jordan wasn't a chump. But it was obviously there's a formidable gap between both players' scoring abilities. So in terms of if Peyton Manning has all the stats and everything like that, and he literally, and the stats are, it's such a huge gap. If you have just a 1 year between each player in terms of how long they like, there's a 10,000 passing yard difference between the two guys. 10,300 or so yards difference between both players in terms of passing yards. So it's like,
how many attempts are different? How were their attempts though?
Their attempts. Peyton's attempt 380, Tom 1,224. That doesn't make a 10,000 difference.
Make a 10,000 difference. Then okay.
And then so it's like, especially if one guy now. And the reason I said if Peyton have 4 rings, that for me is just showing the fact that it's the rings that are more so driving the argument for Tom. Now, trust me, I agree that Tom is the best.
But so using your own argument, why is Tom Brady better than Peyton Manning?
Huh?
Why is Tom Brady better than Peyton Manning?
Why is Tom Brady better than Peyton? Yeah. Because of the fact Peyton hasn't shown up in clutch situations.
That would be my bigger thing.
But the thing is, for me, is like, in terms of would that be a classification of Tom Brady being the best champion, or would he actually be the best quarterback?
I mean, what do you mean being the best champion?
Because Bill Russell's the best winner in NBA history. He's the best champion. He's won the most rings, obviously. But he's had the most rings, so he's the best champion.
But Jordan's still showing up. I mean, Shaq still showed up in his finals. Jordan still showed up in their finals. When you talk about finals performance, you still talk about those two. But it's like Peyton Manning's played bad in Super Bowl games. We're not talking about like
Tom Brady has too.
What games did he play bad in?
Tom Brady's first Super Bowl, he did not have a good Super Bowl. He rode on the back of the defense. He threw for like 135 yards. And in the first Super Bowl against the greatest show on turf.
The bigger question is, has Peyton Manning dominated the Super Bowl?
Has he dominated the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
No.
Has he played?
Well, actually, I guess in his first Super Bowl, but it depends on how you want to grade it. That's the thing.
I remember not being impressed by it, but it was the Bears defense.
What did you say?
I said I wasn't impressed by it, but it was the Bears defense.
That's the thing. So it's like, what are we taking? Are we actual productivity?
Yeah,
or are we taking... Because no, but Peyton's been the better guy in the regular season.
Why are you trying to have to be one thing or the other? It's a mixture of two things.
No, I'm saying, but Peyton has the rings and he has the accolades too.
And
that's what I'm saying.
Who played in the finals? In the finals, the playoffs.
In the playoffs? Tom.
Who played better?
But Tom has also had the better teams.
But individually, he's played better. I'm talking about who wins more. I'm talking about who played better in the playoffs.
Hold on 1 second. Right now, as I look at their playoff record is 14-13 for Peyton, 25-9 for Tom.
Okay.
When I look at it,
just tell me the stats.
Huh?
Just tell me the stats.
Well, when I'm looking at it, I'm looking at the fact that one guy obviously has had, because if you look at it from the standpoint that Peyton most cases that has a first rounder, right?
Sure.
Yeah, so he most time has a first round bye. So whoever he plays, he's going to end up playing with home field advantage, or he's playing your team because of how the seeding works. So for me, the fact that Tom has always had the advantage in terms of competition he's faced, and Tom's always had the advantage in terms of having to bank off of. So a lot of times, if Peyton throws a pick or whatever, if somehow he stops anybody, Peyton's more inclined to have to go back and match them because teams weren't as good as on defense. Where sometimes Tom gets short field and everything like that because his teams are better on defense. Now, right? Like this is Tom Brady's playoff passing numbers: 62.7 completion percentage, 9,094 yards, 6 touchdowns, 31 interceptions.
How many touchdowns?
63. Okay. He's played in 34. He started in 34 playoff games. And I said his completion percentage was 62.7, right? Okay, Peyton Manning. Peyton Manning's played in 27 playoff games. He has a completion percentage of 63.2, thrown for 7,339 yards. He's thrown 40 touchdowns, 25 interceptions. And his passer rating in the playoffs is 87.
How many touchdowns did Tom Brady have to picks?
How many touchdowns to picks?
Yeah. It was 63 to 30 something?
It was 63 to 31.
So, still more efficient. Still plays better than Peyton Manning in the playoffs.
But is that the only thing that matters?
No. He plays better in the playoffs. He's played better than him in the Super Bowls. He has more rings. And it's not like Tom Brady has bad stats.
No, he doesn't have bad stats.
That's the whole thing. It's like he's behind Peyton Manning, yes. But the other three things... The other three? The other three things...
The playoff.
Yeah, playoff stats, Super Bowl stats, and then Super Bowl rings. All I hope boost him up above Peyton Manning.
But if you have a whole career of regular season performances, and he dominated Tom Brady in regular season performance, then how does that supersede everything that he's done in the regular season? It's not
doesn't. That's why he's a top 3-4 quarterback of all time as well.
3 or 4.
3 or 4. You put him above Joe Montana?
That'd be a whole different argument.
Most people.
I'll
say most people put Joe Montana second.
Yeah, I'll put Joe.
I think most people would slide not Tom Brady. Peyton Manning in third place.
So, now that's the thing. That's the thing, though. I just wonder: are we actually basing off who's the best quarterback or who's just the better winner?
It's a combination thing. I mean, do you think Tom Brady was a better quarterback?
Do I think Tom Brady's a better quarterback? Tom's my guy.
But why is he your guy?
Huh?
Why is he your guy?
Because Tom always comes through when I need him to come through. That's why.
That's not a reason, though. Give me a real reason.
No, that's really a reason.
No, it's not. Give me a real reason.
I mean, I'm not a Patriots fan. That's the reason. I just like Tom Brady. I'm not. Okay. I'm a Rams fan. Come on now. I mean, when you're a Rams fan, you don't got means to like, bro. Am I wrong?
No.
I'm saying. I mean, you know, as a Browns fan.
Bro, I love the Browns.
You see, you love the Browns?
They're great.
Oh,
I watch every single day.
He's sending live on air. I'm just presenting the case that in certain
there has to be, but there has to be a reason. Why isn't Peyton Manning of Tom Brady as a quarterback?
Well, I would say Peyton Manning's probably the best regular season quarterback.
Just quarterback in general.
He's better regular season.
No, don't differentiate it. Just tell me why he's a better quarterback. Why is he not a better quarterback?
Tom Brady?
Yeah. Why is Peyton Manning not a better quarterback than Tom? Why is Peyton Manning not number one on your list?
Because he doesn't win as much as Tom Brady.
So for you, it's just the rings.
No, Tom Brady gets wins.
Okay.
It's not just the rings.
But you also say that Tom Brady's also been blessed with having a better team for his whole.
No, he has. That's what I'm saying. It's not. I'm not saying he has it. I'm saying he has. I'm just making the case. I'm making the case for. Is Tom Brady just seen as a better quarterback, or is he made?
It's a mixture of.
I'm not saying I'm agreeing with the case. I'm just making the case. I'm making the case. Yes, I'm making the case.
Oh, okay. So and that might
gotta start a because this supersedes into other sports as well. Into basketball, supersedes into soccer, supersedes into NHL, supersedes into baseball. Because if we're just judging guys off of rings,
name an NHL player.
Huh?
Name an NHL player.
Sidney Crosby. Don't get me. Don't try and get me. Who do you think this is? But it's a thing that goes into many sports because a lot of times guys will try and raise guys over others in one sport when the guy hasn't even passed the guy other in another sport.
As I said, if Tom Brady didn't have the stats, if he was like Aaron Rodgers stats right now, it'd be Peyton Manning. But the fact is, Tom Brady does have great stats.
He does have great stats.
On top of winning more, top of playing better in the playoffs, and top of playing better in the Super Bowl. It's just all combination things.
I agree with it all. I think Tom Brady's the best quarterback of all time.
That's why.
Yeah, but the reason why I made this argument is for people that want to make the argument about LeBron. Because I know people are going to make the argument about LeBron. People are going to make the argument about guys like Derek Jeter. They're going to make the argument about different.
Nobody's making an argument for Derek Jeter.
I've heard it, bro. I've heard it. Some people. So there's different arguments people will try to make for guys. So like even if I was to ask you, is LeBron better than Kareem Abdul-Jabbar? Is LeBron better than if LeBron wins another ring? Is he better than Kareem?
I already told you. I'm not gonna lie. I told you already. If he beats the Warriors this year, I'm calling him the best player of all time.
But see, that's the thing. It makes no sense. He doesn't have the better stats.
That's being irrational though. That's being irrational. But if he wins this year, I'm calling him the best player of all time.
Come on. He says being irrational, but then when I say I just love Tom, you gotta give me a reason.
Well, yeah, come on, because you're being serious about it.
No, but I actually gave you a reason. Tom wins more. He does have the stats and everything like that.
If we had more time, I would actually give you a reason.
Okay.
But we just don't. But said intending, so I'm not going to go.
Speaking of LeBron James, has LeBron James' dominance been overstated in the Eastern Conference and over the whole NBA? Stay tuned to find out our answer on KBR Sports, the best sports talk show 24-hour day. Don't forget, when we end this segment, refresh the page after 20 or 30 seconds, and the live link will be back up there for you all to tune into. It's KBR Sports.